fat fried. Deep 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 fat fried.
Welcome to Deep Fat Motherfucking Fried, and welcome to your nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to your nightmare.
What the fuck is this, TJ?
This is the Sarlacc pit, as Paul said.
Yeah. In its belly you will rot for 1,000 years as you are slowly digested.
Delicious.
In the belly of the Sarlacc.
Actually,
Delicioso.
that is the inside of the mouth of a penguin.
Yeah. Which, who knew that such a cute exterior housed such a hellish interior?
An engine of
Yeah.
destruction.
Truly a portal to a dimension filled with rape demons.
Penguins are like hell for fish.
Yeah, can you imagine going face first down that?
Oh, shit.
God, it's shredding me alive!
Yeah, it's like they don't even bother chewing.
When do the spikes end? They never end! Oh, God!
Yeah, it just shreds you to
It gulps
ribbons
you
on the
down,
way
dude.
down, dude.
What a hideous, hideous countenance. What a disgusting thing to begin the show that has nothing to do with penguins about.
I know. Well, you know, hey, we never start a show right on
That's
topic.
true.
I mean,
And
there's always
we were talking about this right before the show started.
there's always a bit of banter before the show begins.
Ah, yes, the standard
The
bit
delicious
of banter.
standard banter. So, guys, how are you on this fine evening?
Dude,
How about this weather, huh?
It's crazy,
How about
the weather.
them Saints?
you know they do captions
Oh,
for
them
movies,
Saints.
and
Who
they'll
dat
be-
say they gonna beat them Saints?
And they'll be like band playing, like us. It'll be like neckbeards vamping.
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't understand.
Well, do you know what like captions or subtitles are?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I never even heard of that.
You never even heard
You're
of
insane. You're mad with power.
it? I wish I was mad with power. I wish I had the power just to be. You know what, TJ? Know what I'm talking about? Do you know? Is it working?
Dear God, no. Leave me alone, Scotty. You're
What just
insane.
happened?
I don't know, dude. He fucking
I am your
fucked with me.
shadow, dude.
He psychologically damaged me, dude.
He did?
You saw him. You saw what he did, Paul.
I saw what
I
happened.
broke
didn't
his
s-
psyche.
You broke him.
He started talking all these weird words.
All these dark whisperings.
Subtitles. Do you know what the subtitle is, Paul?
I guess
Do
now
you
I do.
know of the subtitle?
I guess now I do,
Neckbeards.
You know what movie
Yeah,
sucks?
Oh, there's
What
a lot of
movie?
movies that suck.
Edward Scissorhands.
TJ. What?
Yeah.
Eat a fat bowl of disgusting buffalo dick.
You know, it's
You're
honest-
a dumb fuck.
Listen,
no, don't
listen,
stop.
No, listen,
I don't even
shut up,
care to hear
shut
your
up.
opinion on
It's
this
good.
you're a retard.
No, listen, it's
You're
good,
a
but it's
full-blown
bad.
dummy.
It's good, but it's bad.
Okay.
It's good, but it's bad.
Tell me why it's bad.
Because it don't make no sense.
What do you mean it don't make no sense?
Don't make no
It's a
sense.
fairy
No,
tale.
I know, but you know what?
No.
He's right up there on that hill. She knows he's there. How come she never goes visit, man? There's no one's watching her anymore. You know, she could easily bring her ass up there and say, "Hey, Edward, it's me. Remember?" He knows. She knows he's up there in that fucking manor, all by himself.
Do you know
lonely.
why?
Why?
Because you're fucking dumb and you don't get the subtext of the film. The reason she doesn't go back and visit him
Yeah.
as an old woman is
Well,
because
anytime
it was
during her
that-
life,
hold on.
dude.
It was that that almost killed him. That's
Right.
the realization that she has. The
Yeah.
outside world coming to him was what almost murdered him. The only
Yep.
place he can be Edward Scissorhands is
in
the
his
place
creepy
in his
castle.
creepy little place. Because if people come to him or he goes to them, his life is in danger. So she, even though she loves him and thinks about him every day,
Yeah.
decides that she will not go near him because that would endanger his life.
That's stupid.
That's
it would not.
stupid.
It would not endanger his life.
It would endanger
no, it would not.
his
How
life.
would it endanger his life?
Okay, so, Grandma, where you go every day? Oh, I'll tell you
Well, I didn't say
someday,
she had to go
honey.
every fucking day.
All
But,
right.
you know, every
Grandma,
now and again, pop in.
Grandma,
Hey, Edward,
I saw
what's
you
up?
driving up the road to the old creepy house the other day. What's that about? Oh, I'll tell you someday, honey. Fuck that. I'm going to wait for grandma to tell me what that is. I'm going to go visit. Oh my God, there's a freak that lives here. I'm going to tell everybody in town. You see how quickly it happens, TJ?
No.
The only way for her to protect him is to pretend that he's dead. If he's dead, they'll leave him alone.
by the way, the idea that the whole town believes he's dead is not credible.
Why?
Because all she does, she presents a fucking pair of scissors, and she's like,
"That's his
He's
hand."
dead. Oh yeah. So if someone was like, "Hey, I've got TJ's hand here. He's definitely dead."
A fucking fairy tale, TJ.
Yeah, it is a fairy tale.
That's the point. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a fucking fairy tale, Paul.
Oh my God,
it's a fucking fairy tale.
Anybody that doesn't like Edward Scissorhands is a total fucking joke. You should shave that fucking beard off your face.
Nope.
You don't deserve it
Nope.
anymore. Not a man anymore.
Read it and weep.
Speaking of beards, cookie dusters,
My beard is more powerful than yours, Paul.
thigh ticklers,
It's getting powerful. Thigh ticklers.
face
yeah.
fungus.
Face fungus.
The beard has many names,
Do you have
but
any
it's
other,
widely
do you have
misunderstood.
any other names?
I've got a few, I think, here.
Yeah, pull up some names.
Let's see. A doormat.
Oh.
The Dumbledore.
Ah,
Dundrearies. I've never heard that one.
that's a weird one.
Here's a fanny duster. I like that one.
Awesome.
Fu Manchu.
That's a specific kind of beard,
I guess so, yeah.
isn't it? That's like the long fucking whatever.
Hirsute. That means hairy, right?
I guess. I don't
Lady tickler. Lip foliage.
know. Lip foliage.
A nose bug. Have you heard of this?
No.
Little
Haven't
nose
heard of
bug,
this.
TJ.
How
A
come?
bit of a rebellious nose bug there, sir.
How come we have all these cool nicknames for things and no one ever uses them?
Roly fingers. How do you like that one? Ooh, look at old Roly fingers there.
Roly fingers. Gosler, just Gosler.
So yeah, there's many names for the beard,
Many
but
names.
I don't think anybody understands the beard. And
Really?
before-
Until you, right?
exactly. But I'm gonna help all of our lovely patrons to
Learn
understand
these
as well.
retards something.
I'm gonna teach them the ways of the beard. And before we even start talking about the human beard,
You want to see the animal beards?
we've got to talk about beards in the animal kingdom, because the beard did not start with human beings, ladies and gentlemen, and it will not end with human beings. The beard transcends humanity.
Cool.
And here are a look of some of the best ones in
As
the
it
animal
should be.
kingdom.
So yeah.
Yeah, keep on scrolling because it's one of those sites.
Keep on
Here's-
rolling in the
Oh my.
free world.
That is a fucking dashing animal right
yeah,
there.
check him
Yeah,
out.
what
man.
is that? That's a bearded saki.
Yeah, check him out.
Saki,
There's a little
saki,
blurb about each
$5.
one below the picture too.
Cool.
Yeah.
God, this site is so loaded with ads. The bearded saki
you
has.
have your browser in mobile mode, TJ.
I do.
This is a mobile site.
Is it?
The normal site looks way better than this, TJ.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know why
It'll
my
work.
browser would be in mobile mode, but
Yeah, that's been happening though. You've been getting these weird websites that are like for mobile devices.
I don't know what the
Whoops.
hell's going on.
All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The
Well,
bearded
I'll
saki,
have to
TJ.
look into that. The bearded saki has proportionally one of the largest beards in the animal kingdom. Its thick beard extends from its jaw down to its chest. This hipster little new world monkey has a tail that is surprisingly bushier than its impressive hipster. That's true. Look at his fucking
Yeah,
tail.
that tail is crazy, but the beard is proud. And he looks kind of ripped too. Look at that arm.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking.
He looks like he'd punch you right in the fucking mouth and you'd just be
Yeah,
out.
dude. That monkey looks like he could just rip your nose clean off your
Well,
fucking
if he doesn't
face.
encounter a human with a better beard, that's what he does. He just fucking rips their beard off and kills them.
But I know what you're thinking. Oh, surely only primate relatives of ours have beards, but you'd be wrong.
There's also the Markhor.
Whoa.
Yes. Look at that beard. Fuck me silly. Wow.
Those
Those horns are fucking
Those corkscrew
sweet.
horns, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, you could open a big ass bottle of
what the
wine
fuck?
with that shit.
So what the fuck's this thing from?
The national animal of Pakistan, the Markhor is a wild goat living across South Central Asia. The corkscrew-horned animal takes beard growing to the extreme, growing it out on its chin, throat, and chest.
Yeah, dude. Look, the beard extends down on its belly too. It just keeps on going. It's just
Fucking rocks.
Yeah, Paul.
Wow.
I mean, look, you got a pretty nice beard, Paul, but do you have a fucking beard growing at your chest too?
cucked. I'm
Dude,
cucked by this
I
animal.
want this fucking animal to fucking whip out a guitar and fucking start playing some metal
I want
chords.
to cut its head off and worship it.
Yeah.
Baphomet. Baphomet. Oh, look at
Orangutan.
that. That's a pretty neat trimmed little.
Yeah, dude, it looks well kept.
It's a wizened beard.
It's Dr.
kinda,
Zayas,
you
dude.
know?
Look at that shit.
Dr. Zayas. Our notoriously shaggy primate relatives have some of the most varied beards in the animal kingdom, growing out of anything from a small goatee to a long, scraggly beard. Orangutans could give any of the guys from Duck Dynasty a run for their money.
What are you talking about? It fucking far supersedes those motherfuckers. That's a nice beard. Like that's not like a crazy.
I like
beard.
how it's kind of split.
Dude,
too.
it's a refined
looks
beard.
right on there. Yeah.
It's a gentlemanly beard.
Yeah,
right there.
it looks like you could walk up to this monkey and have a nice, deep conversation about the universe with him.
Yeah, dude. You could probably clack a fucking wine glass with him or something.
Yeah.
Like, cheers.
Cheers to you, bearded relative.
Bactrian camel.
Jesus, look at that beard.
This motherfucker is well groomed in general.
Yeah, he's looking good. That's a proud looking animal right there, man.
goes
Would you
down.
sit between his humps, TJ?
I
and
guess.
allow him to ferry you thither and thither?
I mean, if it was the
That'd be an
best
honor.
method of transportation, fuck yeah. Though the camel's ancestors are believed to have evolved in North America, they are no longer found in the Americas. That is, besides their relatives number 3. Which one was that?
Number 3
Oh, it's
will
down.
be a
Okay.
relative.
It's going
of
down,
theirs.
TJ.
It's going down, right? One particularly hipster camel, the Bactrian camel, goes years without shaving its beard. Its mane and beard can grow up to 10 inches long.
Wow, man.
Cool.
Pretty dope. What's
Dope
next?
ass motherfucker.
Oh hell yeah,
The
dude!
Emperor
Oh,
Tamarin, dude.
Look
look
at
at
that
him.
fucking mustache, dude.
That
That
motherfucker
is
is bad ass.
Awesome.
The Emperor Tamarin is a primate living in the southwest Amazon basin. Oh, well, say goodbye because Bolsonaro's bulldozing that shit. Though it doesn't live in a hipster city, it's a trendsetter when it comes to having a cool beard. Looks more like a mustache to me.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what we can address it now.
Okay.
I was wrong. I always thought that to truly call something a beard, it'd be like my beard, a full incorporated beard, right?
Yeah.
With the mustache and the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. It's
Wrong.
any facial hair below, on a man's lower face and chin.
Cool.
So a goatee is technically a beard. A mustache is part of a beard. It can be its own thing too, but it's part of a beard. So
Yes.
this is
Okay.
definitely a bearded little guy.
Next page.
Next page.
Fucking clickbaity shit.
Yeah, dude.
Get out of here.
Seen it.
Scrolling.
More clickbait. Here you go. There you go.
Japanese Zero.
That's a pretty nice
Whoa.
beard.
That's respectable.
Yeah, it's
I
uniform.
wouldn't fuck with that thing, dude.
Looks well groomed.
Yeah, it looks like it would fucking
What is
bite.
that? Is it a goat or a
A
wolf?
national symbol in Japan. It's
an
a
antelope.
goat.
Oh, goat-
Antelope.
Goat antelope.
What? With incredibly bushy fur. Though it looks to have a mini Charles Darwin beard, the Japanese Zero actually has no mane, and the hair is from its body.
Oh,
Okay,
so that's all neck hair. It's a neck beard.
cool.
Oh yeah, right there, baby.
The walrus.
That's a proud
It's Wilford Brimley, dude.
yeah, mustache and mutton chops.
Not the prettiest animal in the world. I'm afraid I must disagree. The walrus nonetheless has pretty thick whiskers, mystically known as the
Vibrissae.
mystacial vibrissae. Connected to blood and nerves, the walrus's whiskers are highly sensitive and pretty long at up to a foot.
Damn.
Whoa, man, a fucking foot.
Yeah, dude. And apparently there's like nerves and shit in them. So it's not even just hair. It's fucking something else. Bornean bearded pig.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh hell
Whoa.
yeah, dude.
How can you look at that? Because that's a unique beard right there.
His beard like goes up.
Yeah, it's up over his nose and around it instead of on
That
it.
is impressive, dude.
It's like a gravity-defying reverse beard.
I love this beard.
Apparently, you can find this guy in Indonesia and Malaysia.
Yeah, he's pretty cool looking.
And they're
to me.
popular
And I
at-
log his eyes. His eyes
wanna
look
see
a
a
lot like
fucking
my
bearded
eyes.
pig,
Look at
dude.
that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
He looks like world weary.
it was
you
too
know?
easy.
This is like me if they turned me into a pig. I'd definitely be a Bornean bristled pig, dude.
the bald pig.
The musk ox. Oh, shit.
shit. Where does the
What
beard
the
begin
fuck,
and the
dude?
awesome end, dude?
Dude, this animal just is a beard.
Yeah, it's a walking beard.
They might as well just call it the beard ox.
I think there is a bearded
Dude,
ox.
look at that thing's
Cool.
fucking legs, dude. Paul, that would crush your fucking head like an apple, dude.
Oh, I know.
It'd be a soft apple.
And it would look fucking amazing while doing it.
They
too.
live in the Arctic regions. Huge beard keeps it warm.
Of course.
Long, coarse hair nearly reaches to the ground.
Dude, your beard nearly reaching the fucking ground. Now that's fucking.
Nyala. What the fuck is
What
that?
the fuck are you? Get out of here.
Nyala.
That's a pretty distinctive beard there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a handsome fellow.
Yeah.
One of those beautiful animals on the savannah. The Nyala is an antelope with a thick neck beard. They even use the phrase neck
Yeah.
beard.
I mean, it's true. I would say that's a neck beard.
That's one of the ultimate neckbeards of nature right
Yeah.
here.
Apparently, neck beards work better for
Nature.
Nyalas than they do for humans.
If our fat asses were just crawling around on the savannah eating grass, we would look totally at home. But we're out of our element, dude.
Hey guys, you know what I want to do is let's go to CarMax, dude.
Yeah, go to Yeah.
Let's visit them in Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Yeah. I think that's a good
all
idea.
the way to Shreveport for a car.
Oh, and also let's watch this stupid shit. The catfish. You know, I never really thought about that, but yeah,
He's
I guess.
got whiskers
He's
on
got-
his face. That's a beard.
He's got some chin pubes, man.
Yeah.
He's trying to work with
It's kind of wispy, but
It's a very fishy thing. They don't have hair, so he's rocking a way better beard than every other fish I've seen.
that is true. For a fish, that is a solid
for
beard.
Good for a
us,
fish.
we might look at that and go, "Oh, it's wispy, it's sparse," but for a fish, that's way more beard than any other fish.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the Red River hog! Look at this motherfucker.
I always
now.
like seeing these guys at the zoos.
Now these are from around here, right? Or not?
Nope,
No.
Western and Central Africa. The red river hog is a wild pig known for its red fur, hairy ears, and
dude,
sideburns.
it's
he's good
repping the
looking.
sideburns, though. I mean,
Yeah,
all
he's
these
got some
animals don't have
badass
that.
sideburns. dude.
He's good looking, dude. That's a handsome animal right there.
Iberian lynx. Holy
Ooh.
shit.
Damn, look at that.
Damn, I'm gonna shave my beard tonight because
Dude.
I'm never gonna compete with this.
Dude, he looks like a fucking...
That's
I
a
don't know.
mean-looking motherfucker.
He looks fucking eminently respectable with that beard.
He looks like something that will fuck you up, but is wise beyond its years and doesn't want to have to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
I'm
if you
gonna kill
encroach
you.
on his territory, he tried
Right.
to negotiate first, but you know,
Right.
if negotiations break down, he's gonna rip your fucking head off. And he's in
Iberian lynx.
yeah, I guess Iberia.
Yeah.
The most endangered cat species in the world. Aw. Poor guy. Cotton
Damn.
top tamarin.
I don't even know if that's a beard. That's like a fro, right?
Yeah, that seems more like a
Yeah,
fro.
What the fuck is it?
That's
Boo.
boo.
Okay.
Griffon.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Bruxellois.
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 Bruxellois. I don't know. This is not how it's pronounced, but
That is a pretty awesome fucking beard, though.
yeah.
I think the next one on the list I actually used to have.
Almost wiped out after the Second World War and completely extinct in their native Belgium, the toy dog Griffon Brussels, whatever, was the most impressive scraggly beard on man's best friend.
Damn.
So the next one you said you had.
I thought the next one was a schnauzer,
The
Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
but I might be wrong.
Nope.
I guess I'm wrong.
Arabian tar.
It's another, respectable one. That's a little wispy though to be this high up on the list.
Yeah, I mean, like this list doesn't seem to be in order.
I mean,
of
it looks like it lives on the
resplendence.
side of a
Of beard
fucking mountain, though,
magnitude,
dude. This
right,
looks like
yeah.
a mountain goat, so you got to give them at least some credit. I mean, they're up in the fucking like 10,000 feet above sea level. Dude.
I guess they're saying it's like mutton chops, basically.
Right. Yeah, I get
Cool.
that.
Right. So yeah, and obviously,
Oh shit, dude.
right, you gotta fucking
I mean,
respect
yes.
that.
I mean,
Yes. This
king
is
of
what
the
every
jungle
dude
here.
with a beard is trying to look like and not looking like.
yes.
Mufasa himself.
Mufasa.
I mean, need we say more?
I don't think we need to talk about it.
Probably
Everyone knows what a fucking lion
One of the most
is.
resplendent beards in nature.
Nubian ibex. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's that's kind of a hip. That's like what's that dude that used to play for fucking
System of a Down.
yeah.
There was a guy in there that I think had that beard.
Yeah, and there was a dude in Anthrax. that had a
Anthrax,
beard
yeah,
like
that guy
Yeah,
had a
you're right.
big long one.
the fucking chin beard.
Yeah,
Those
And
horns are pretty badass,
fucking
too.
Dope too. I want this one's head to worship as well.
Yep.
Baphomet.
The water buffalo.
I ain't
Not a
seen
very
too
good
much.
picture of his beard. It's kind of, but I guess it's submerged most of the time. I guess.
It looks
huh?
like an animal goatee going on there.
Yeah, he's
dude.
got like a goatee kind of. Yep. The black wildebeest.
Damn. Now that is a devil may care beard right there.
Yeah,
He
that's
does
just
not
like,
give a
I
fuck.
don't give a flying shit, bitch.
Looks like he just slept on it all night.
I just
He
do what I
probably did.
want, motherfucker.
Cool pair of horns to go with it though.
fucking. It stands straight up too, man.
Well, I
That's
didn't
hard to get a
expect
beard
us to
like
go
that.
this deep into the list, but we may as well finish.
I mean, I figured we just,
because now we're down to. I think this is the last.
this
page.
is the last page.
So we may as well.
So
see
we might as well fucking finish it and see what rounds it off.
the
Fuck
yak.
you.
The yak.
That's respectable. Mutton choppy type of beard going on there.
Yeah. The bearded barbet.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Damn.
His beard is like spikes.
Yeah.
Found throughout tropical West Africa, the bearded barbet has a series of I think this meant to say series, not serious. Series of sharp bristles surrounding its bill.
Dude, this
That
bird
could
looks like
use some beard
This
conditioner.
thing looks like it's written a couple of novels, dude. It's like a professor.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like about to smoke its pipe, fucking like expound upon fucking
I'm intimidated
the
by
innermost
that beard.
human nature and thoughts.
It's like it's pointing at you.
yeah,
know?
it's like accusatory.
It's like, hey, you.
The alpaca.
Oh shit! Now that is a wizard's beard. It kind of looks like you, TJ.
Does it?
It's got the clean upper lip, but the shaggy surroundings.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of crap stuck in its hair. That's pretty accurate.
If you threw your hair down in front of your eyes, you'd look like an alpaca.
Cool.
Sweet.
Nova.
Nova herself
Damn.
makes the list, and you've got to give props to this.
The bearded dragon.
Each one of those scales,
Yeah.
that's an awesome beard.
Yeah, it's a full beard.
And Nova's is even cooler than this one here.
yeah, this Nova's beard just kicks the shit out of this motherfucker's beard.
Yeah, this is a bad example of a bearded dragon beard.
I
in
agree.
my
They
humble
should have
Yeah,
got
it
one that
really
like
is.
they should have got one where they're puffing it out.
Yeah.
Let me find a good one because I feel
find
like
a
bearded
better one.
dragons are being slighted by this list.
I mean, it's still pretty cool looking here, but you're right. Nova's is way cooler than this. Yeah, find a good puffed out bearded dragon showing off its beard.
hell yeah.
One of the only reptiles on the list, so we got to make sure they're well represented.
Oh yeah, that's a way better one right there, dude.
This is the one, man.
Yeah, what the
Damn.
fuck were they thinking with that picture, dude? That's a fucking beard.
See,
right
that's
there.
a fucking beard.
That's what I'm talking about right there. See,
Hells
the
to the
animal
yeah.
kingdom is represented well in the beards. What's the top of this list, TJ? I think
Let's
we're getting
see.
down, right?
Inca Tern.
No.
It's got a mustache. I'll tell you
mean,
that
it's got a
much.
mustache,
I
but
mean, and that's a pretty damn good mustache. It's off its head.
I
and off
don't
to the
know.
side.
Number one though, I don't agree.
It kind
I
of
mean, I
looks
don't
like
think they
Waluigi-ish.
Yeah,
it's
looks like it's
me.
up to something.
It does. It looks like a dastardly villain.
I'll steal your walnut straight from the tree.
It's in Peru and Chile.
Oh,
Chile,
yeah, I bet they
TJ.
shoo these little bastards off the corn all the time.
Oh yeah.
Get out
oh,
of
yeah.
here, you mustachioed devils! Away from our
Hell
crops.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to show that humans didn't invent beards, but we're going to spend the balance of tonight talking
Yeah,
about the human.
we don't have the
beard.
market cornered.
Right, we definitely don't have the market cornered. In fact,
You
we're
just
kinda
didn't want
weak.
people to get hubristic about it.
We're
and
kind of
shit.
weak in the beard kingdom overall, although there are some humans that we'll look at later that give every bearded animal that we just looked at a run for their money and then
So
some.
should I move to the cameras or just to the next image?
You can go to the cameras for a minute.
Okay.
Because we're just going to talk about why. Oh, actually, there is an image that we'll bring up. But why does a beard grow? Do you guys know why dudes have beards? Why it grows when it does, and how it does?
It's related directly to manliness, I believe.
Right.
Because if you're a pussy, you can't even grow a beard.
Well,
Exactly.
I would think it's probably. It probably has multiple purposes. One, I'm sure it keeps your face warm, and
Well, we're
also
not talking about purpose, though. We're talking about like the biological process of why we get a beard and when we get a beard.
I would guess probably testosterone. I guess you probably have.
Androgens and
Yeah.
testosterone.
Yeah, hormones.
Right? So testosterone is an androgen. So testosterone and other androgens. So that's true. As children, we all have some facial hair. All kids have some hair. It's called vellum hair or
Vellum?
vellus hair.
Vellus.
Yep.
Okay.
And when puberty kicks in, it starts to change. Now, girls during puberty, they get some testosterone and androgen, so they get the pit hair and the bush hair and shit. But dudes get way more testosterone, and that stimulates the facial hair to start getting dark and coarse and thick.
right.
So that's why we get a beard. I thought that was interesting,
Yeah.
I
So
just thought it
is-
was
It's all about. Are you
hormones.
a man's man?
well, not necessarily, because there's some men genetically that don't grow beards.
Pussies.
Are you going to walk up to an American Indian dude and tell him he's a pussy to his face, TJ?
Yeah.
Probably get a fucking tomahawk broken over your head.
He'd
gonna
be
be
too drunk to
scalped,
throw it
TJ.
straight.
Too drunk. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess depending on the Indian you talk to.
Any of them.
But see,
Here's an impressive one.
See, this is I pulled this. Do you recognize this this pubescent stash, TJ?
No.
You don't? What about you, Scotty? You want to take a guess as to who this might belong to?
Is it like Elijah Wood or something? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a pretty famous pubescent stash.
It's on the tip of my. I don't know. It's on the tip of my fucking tongue.
Justin Bieb.
Dude.
This is
fucking what it was.
Bieber's little pube stash.
God, it
when he
sucks.
started going through the change of life.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking gross, dude.
And it really is. I wanted to talk about that. So you remember when facial hair first started coming in for you? Were you
Yes.
immediately bearded, or was it
Dude, it was
patchy
like-
and pubey and weird?
No, what happened with me is I literally just proving what a neckbeard I am. It just started here. Like the sideburns just got longer and longer until
Get
eventually.
on camera so people can see.
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing.
And plus, I don't want to look at Justin Bieber's pube stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
anymore.
is kind of
That
creepy.
makes me uncomfortable.
So it started just like down here, and then it just grew on my neck,
Yeah.
and then it started slowly creeping up,
See, I had
and
kind
the
of a
mustache
similar
came
thing.
in at the same. But
I had epic sideburns in
Yeah,
high school.
me too.
Like I could do epic fucking mutton chops.
Oh, yeah,
but
that-
nothing up here and nothing down here until I was like in my mid 20s or so before it
Yeah.
really came.
I don't have to
in
wait that
respectively.
long. Me and TJ had this weird thing like right here.
Yeah,
Where it
the hair here.
Wouldn't connect.
Yeah, I could
wouldn't
never.
connect until
It
I was,
does
like-
now, but it took
Yeah.
like till I was like almost 30 before this hair would
well,
start.
not for
really,
me. I think it was like 24, 25 before
Yeah,
it finally.
I was probably like 29 or 30 by the time it really started actually growing in here.
I couldn't grow a full beard till I was 25 or 26, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
That makes
so
sense.
yeah. But yeah, it does. When it first starts growing, you usually want to just get rid of it because it looks awful, like
Yeah.
we saw on Justin Bieber's upper.
I
lip.
didn't. I just let
you
it
know
grow.
how it gets irritated. Like if you don't fucking take really good care of your beard, like
Do you have any pictures of yourself from like early puberty where you've got like the wispy neck beard?
I could
happening?
find them, but I'm not on the fly.
Well, you got to dig through your mom's stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I guarantee she's got. Dude, I want to see your pube beard, dude. I want to see your version of fucking Justin Bieber's wispy little stash.
It was way
there.
better than this. Like I remember TJ. Like me and TJ never really had a problem growing facial hair. It was never like the really
Yeah.
weak pube. Like
There was
pubey
never.
shit.
There was never like when hair decided to grow
was
somewhere
just
on
like-
my face, it grew like it does now.
Yeah, I had the
Right.
same thing. It was just like it started coming.
There
out
was
and then
never
just get
anything
lower
that
and
was
lower.
like patchy or anything. It
Right,
just
but
either
you just,
would.
it wasn't in the right places.
No, neither of us
Right.
had those like
It didn't
those
grow
pube-
in full.
Well,
all
what
over
it
your
did, it
face.
just grew in as sideburns and then as a neck beard.
Right.
So like I couldn't grow it here on my
So
face.
you had like a loop underneath your chin.
yes, pretty much.
Dude, I want to see these pictures, dude. I got to see these pictures, bro.
Yep.
I mean, even when he was like, I think you really started having a beard when you're like maybe 16, 17. And, like
Yeah.
it was really like the beard you have now. It's nothing like that. It was really wispy as far as like it wasn't fully grown in here yet. It was
Right.
it was starting to come in.
Yeah.
Well, testosterone and other male hormones do stimulate beard growth. Genetics determine how thick and dark facial hair would be. So if you're a man who can't get a goatee to grow, blame your family tree, not your hormones. So you can't look at a dude that can't grow a beard and say he's not a man.
Alternatively, you
He
can
might
blame
have more testosterone than you. You just might have genetic.
you can blame your vagina as well.
Whatever, TJ. I want to see you mock a smooth face, TJ.
I will.
Straight to his face.
How you doing, smooth
This
face?
this is kind of about it from anagen to telogen beard
Yeah, this was
stages
just
and
kind of a
phases
quick look at
explained.
how it happens in the follicle and shit.
I say.
cool, man. Let's-
Kind of interesting. So there's a bunch of different phases. Basically, what happens is one hair grows out to a certain extent, and then another hair, it dies outside of the follicle, and then another hair starts to take its place, and if you don't cut it, the dead hair just becomes part of the new hair as it gets pushed out of your face.
Cool.
And by the time it gets pushed out of your face, all this shit is dead anyway. Like,
Oh, and you can buy androgenic hormones to fuel beard growth too.
Oh,
Apparently.
Oh shit, dude.
well, yeah, like that's for trans people that are transitioning. They're on androgenic hormone therapy.
You should get on that, Paul, because imagine how fucking big your beard
you
could really
imagine
get.
if I was taking like supplement androgen?
Yeah. I want to see you with like
it would just
tripping
go
over that
out,
shit.
though, so it would just be like,
Oh, so you don't think gravity would eventually
maybe
push it down?
to
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't
eventually,
know.
somewhat it would go.
You think it would just poof out like a fucking chin afro?
maybe, yeah, that's what it does now.
Yeah. So here's this 4 stages. So it starts
The
with
stubble.
the
With
With the
stubbly
stubble,
wobblies.
yeah, and this is a pretty common one for guys to keep all the time because you don't have to do the close shave, you know.
Yeah.
So it's easy to maintain the stubble without irritating your skin and shit.
Cool. The itch begins.
Yeah, this is where most dudes bail out on a beard. People will be like, I tried to grow a beard, but it got too itchy, so I shaved it
too
off.
fucking itch.
If you push through this stage, eventually it gets better. Although the beard itch, you know, it'll hang around. You do get some
I hate
itches up
fucking
there.
sneezing. Looking unkempt. So this is when it just looks like you're too fucking lazy to shave,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, I could cut it, but whatever.
It doesn't really look like you're... No one's really sure if you're trying to grow a beard or if you just don't give a shit anymore.
Right. And some dudes cultivate that look as well.
Right. Because you can kind of look like a rebel.
Right.
This guy, I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he looks like he fucking
Yeah.
would stab you for $1.
Maybe.
Beard stage 4, real beard.
Yep. So and then finally you get to the point where, and I've always said that if you can't grab a fistful of it, you don't have a real beard. Now that's
So
obviously,
does mine qualifies now?
Yeah. If you can get a good handful of fucking hair up here,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You got some.
So what's stage? There's no stage 5.
There's no.
So
That's it.
anything
Stage
beyond
5
that
is dead.
Beyond that, you got a real beard, and it's just length.
Yeah, you're
It's
a
just
dick.
a matter of like how long will it get?
Right.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about like why do you think beards? Now, Scotty, you were starting to touch on this. Why do you think beards evolved in the first place? Why do we still have them as a species?
Dude, it's a fucking. I would say it's probably a display of like fitness. It's probably to show like, look, I have this fucking hair.
If it's a display of fitness, then me and Paul are fucking putting out false signals, dude.
That's true.
I mean, you guys can still grow beards. I mean, maybe that says something about your.
It does signal like I am rich with testosterone. You know
That is true.
And plus, I mean, warmth. I gotta say,
yeah.
you know, like
Obviously,
especially like human, like a lot of our early evolution was through an ice age and shit. So it kind of makes sense to have that facial warmth going on.
You're both right. It was for warmth. Intimidation was a factor. So having a big flowing beard would be an intimidating thing to another male.
Yeah.
Protection. So the beard does provide some protection from the elements, from wind, from an animal scratching.
I mean,
on
anyone-
your face
if
is
you've
not gonna
ever-
get as much purchase if you've got a big beard.
If
you
you've
know,
ever
and it
had a
protects your
beard and then
neck.
shaved it during the winter,
Oh, you feel it.
Right.
you could tell the difference between
It traps a lot of heat. It
Yeah.
really does. It,
Yeah,
it
more
helps
than
to
you'd think.
Insulate a really sensitive part of your body. You lose a lot of heat through your neck and your throat. But if you have a really long beard like I
Right.
do, it takes more for me to get cold.
Dude, when I did my Halloween costume, I had to shave my fucking like all my facial hair off, and like I walked out, I'm like, dude, your face feels lighter, but at the same time, it's like you just feel like, oh, everything's so cold, and I just feel like the house is like fucking drafty.
Yeah, because it's used to being nice and warm and toasty under that beard.
Yeah, beard on a man's face creates a look of a stronger looking jawline, and this exaggeration helped them appear more intimidating.
That's why I always did the
right.
fucking beard. 'Cause
Well,
like-
yeah, I mean that's why a lot
Like
of
if I
dudes do.
shave the beard off, you know, like my jaw. I mean, it's not the worst jawline in the world, but it's not great.
Right.
I'm
It's
looking at
not
George
like a
Lucas.
fucking brick, you know.
I mean, that man's fucking.
that guy has to have a beard to even let
Yeah,
you
I
know that
know.
he has a chin.
If he doesn't have a fucking beard, you're like, what is that, dude? Where's your face end?
Yeah.
And where does your neck begin?
It's
No
like
one knows.
when Manson started getting fatter and his neck fat got out of control, he started like drawing his chin line with his makeup and shit. George Lucas does the same shit with his beard to let you know, like, there is in fact a chin here, or at least I'm going to
Somewhere
create the illusion of one.
Yeah, I don't have the strongest jaw myself, so it definitely
Beards
helps.
are useful.
Helps in that way.
Yeah, you
so
look like
throughout history,
Fred
beards have
Flintstone.
meant different things. There's a long dark period from the caveman ages, and I think I pulled a picture of a Cro-Magnon beard that you can throw
right
up, there.
here. I'll throw it up.
This isn't even actually a human being. This is a recreation of a Neanderthal here.
That's a pretty
believe.
impressive fucking beard, dude.
And I saw another that was a recreation of a Cro-Magnon man who had a pretty resplendent beard as well.
Cool.
So it definitely is something that we've held over from our distant past, and it's become different things as history picks up. We see the beard meaning different things in different times. In ancient Egypt, beards were pretty important. Men in Egyptian civilizations developed a keen sense of style with beard growth, sometimes dyeing them various colors and even plating them with gold threading.
So didn't the Egyptians have those like kind of like long
They
beards?
did,
Like those
and
chin
in fact,
beards? Yeah.
and on the pharaohs, a lot of the times those beards were false and were held onto the head with a strap, and were adorned with gold and stuff. But it was definitely important for them to project that bearded look, and even female pharaohs, female leaders in Egypt would, when they were in their regalia, they would wear these beards.
So with them, it's almost a sign of like nobility and a higher status
Yes.
as well.
And it's based around basically the god Osiris. As god Osiris is depicted in the Book of the Dead and in traditional art and stuff, Osiris is sporting one of these very, very trimmed
Okay.
beards that almost looks artificial.
So
It's
like
so uniform.
it's like almost like the divine right of kings. Like this, you're descended from a god. You're related to a god.
Yep. So the real life pharaohs donned their man-made beards with the aim of linking themselves to the god's eternal
Yeah.
reign by imitating his appearance. These coveted objects would often be passed on from one ruler to the next over several generations. So one pharaoh might be wearing a beard that was worn by 3 or 4 pharaohs before.
Oh, damn.
him.
So, like, your beard was passed down to you. Like, Paul, here's your beard. Wear it well.
Part of your inheritance.
Yep. So very, very. I love the fact that they dyed their beards too. That's something that you don't really see, other than to hide age nowadays. You don't really see a whole lot of people doing the multicolored beards, but apparently it was very, very popular for Egyptians to have the multicolored beard. Even more popular for the next ancient civilization, the Mesopotamian civilizations.
Cradle of civilization, dude.
They were really
So this is one other Egyptian.
crazy with their beards.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a resplendent beard.
They were known for heavily oiling their beards. They wanted their beards to just shine in the sun and be reflective. They would also dye their beards a deep, ruddy, dark red, or a bright red, or dark browns, or like.
I noticed that they
Dude,
kind
it
of.
almost feels like with what you're saying, like we're almost coming back to a point like we hit thousands of years ago. Like beards are kind of just like I mean, like today it's like we're starting to recognize like people. There's all these beard stores and get your beard like styles and like there's like even like beard like hair cutting places. Like these guys had that shit down.
These
fucking 7,000 years ago, or the fuck it was.
Men of status in the Babylonian civilization and other Mesopotamian civilizations were known to spend an inordinate time grooming their beards and taking care of them.
Yeah, look at the way that they kind of like they kind of stop that big outcropping on the side. They want it to go like straight down.
And a lot of
shit.
that, the waviness that you're seeing and the way that it all kind of hangs that way, a lot of that is the oil. They would heavily put these dense animal fats in their beards.
So they took their beards very seriously. By the way,
Absolutely.
I found some examples of
Oh,
dudes
God.
rocking colored beards.
That looks a little douchier than I expected it to.
It does.
Ashley wanted me to mention these dudes called the gay beards that she follows on Twitter that apparently
Here's another
do
one of the
this.
same guy.
Yeah. So I guess she got her wish. I
And this
mentioned
guy's
the gay
got
beards.
a different one, but
That's kind of cool. I don't know. That's not.
I think that it's. I think he did it subtly enough. It's kind of weird to call this guy subtle, but it's more subtle than this guy.
yeah,
Anyway,
it's not the giant blue.
maybe
beard.
this guy is just douchey looking, whether he has a
Maybe.
colored beard or not. I don't know.
Maybe so. They spent a lot of time oiling and dressing their beards, even using curling irons to create ringlets and a tiered effect. Some civilizations would dye their beards while others would put gold thread in their beards, so they would like weave gold into their beards. And,
So here's
Oh,
the
fuck
gay
yeah,
beards
dude.
that Ashley was probably talking
oh
about.
yeah, the gay beards. She loves these dudes.
And apparently they like to weave stuff in their beards, so it kind of goes into with what
yeah,
you're saying.
they're just taking up the mantle of the Mesopotamian.
They need
kings.
gold thread though. They need to fucking bring it
Here
back.
they are with some purple shit.
Yeah, they got wow, very sparkly.
Yeah. Oops, that's Egypt.
Let's go a little into the west and the north a little bit. Let's talk about the Celts. Celts,
That's
obviously,
not a Celt. Ooh, that's cool.
yeah, known for their resplendent beardry.
This is
Dude, I was
more like
watching
what you guys got
Braveheart the
going
other
on.
day, and
Oh, that's where I watched
They had
Braveheart
some
recently too.
you're not allowed to watch Braveheart. You're not a true Scot like I am.
Well,
Scot.
you know,
No true Scots.
if you ever want to do a DFF on that, you'll know that movie is pretty much pure fiction. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know that might be a cool DFF to do. On a little bit of a side note, is like movies based on historical events that are pretty much just total bullshit. Braveheart could definitely be on there.
If you want to get the true Braveheart experience, read the book. Read the book. Get the book.
read the book? Which book?
Aye, the book. Get the book.
All right, I'll get the book.
The Celts or the Celts or the
Celts.
Celts.
Celts?
The Seltzers.
How dare you, sir?
When I see the word, the Celtics comes to my mind immediately.
The Celts.
You mean the Celtics, dude?
The Celtics, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, who fucking call? Get out of here. Don't call me right now. New Orleans number, I don't know. So, to the Celts,
Yes.
the head represented the essence of
Celts,
one's
dude.
soul. That's why during battles, heads of the enemy were collected and displayed. Hair has a kind of magical symbolism, an indication of one's supernatural connections. It was considered disgraceful to cut short one's hair or beard. If you wanted to humiliate someone, you would cut his hair or his beard, and he would have to hide out and let it grow before showing his face in public again.
So they took it so fucking serious that like
If a man didn't have a beard, you get the fuck out of here, man. What
Yeah.
are you doing here, you smooth-faced fucking wee little lad? Get out! Go!
it was fucking serious. So what about the? I mean, I'm assuming that this is a culture where pretty much every man can grow a fucking beard.
No, you're
No.
wrong.
Okay. So
For
there's
practical reasons, tradesmen were not permitted to have full beards, and some, according to the Gaius Ulcae, or prohibitions of beard, were even expected to shave once a month. The better your position in society, the bigger you were allowed to grow your beard.
Oh, so basically, they almost use it as
Status
like an
symbol.
elitism thing, where it's like, you fucking
If you're just a lowly fucking
shit-kicking
trade
peasants,
worker,
you gotta fucking.
Yeah, look at your smooth skin.
you haven't earned your beard.
So if you had a
baby
big beard,
face.
it was like you're an important
Yep.
person of status in society.
Exactly.
Cool.
So not everyone was allowed, but warriors especially
Right.
were never questioned in their beard or hair length.
Well, who the fuck is gonna question a warrior anyway? I mean, someone who fucking I slaughter people for a living. Most people are not like, fuck you, bitch.
Fuck
Let's
you,
fight.
asshole.
The Celts would use clay to
Not
dreadlock
Celts,
their
goddammit.
beards.
The Celts.
Sometimes they would put beads and colors in their beards as well to intimidate the enemy. So
Cool.
the beard was a very important part of the way a Celtic man.
Oh, damn, it's not Celtic.
That's Celtic.
You're a piece of shit, Paul.
Celtic, Paul. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, dude, a Celt, dude.
God damn you, Paul. I'm gonna fucking spray you with this water, dude.
I love the
Let's try
Celts,
TJ.
dude.
Yeah, I need one of those to. Hey, don't
You
be
know who the
spraying
best
me.
Celt was? Larry
Hey!
Bird.
They can't even see. Hey, you're getting on the mic and shit, you fucking asshole retard. I'm not even on camera. You're not even fucking doing it for the audience or nothing.
Yeah, he just wanted to fuck with
I just want to do it.
You
What
fucking
about
twat?
the
Jesus.
Jews.
The Jews?
Yeah, fuck.
What
Fucking
about
twat.
the Jews?
The Jews.
Known for the prominent beards, yes?
Yes.
The practice derives from Leviticus 19:27 in the Torah,
Oh, my
which
favorite.
states, "You shall not round off the corners of your head or destroy the corners of your beard." According to the 12th century scholar Maimonides, this prohibition was a way to differentiate Jews from idolatrous priests who shaved their beards. So it was a way for the Jews to be like, "Hey, I got the real God over here. Look, beard, beard."
Us followers of the one true God, we have beards.
I don't know if I agree with them about religion, dude, but I definitely agree with them on the beard shit, dude. You gotta have a beard. Life just doesn't work without a
Well,
beard.
where's your beard?
It's growing back.
Now, when it
Had to
comes
cut it
to the
off.
beard, you don't have to have a resplendent long beard like this dude here does.
Don't touch that. Don't
gonna
fucking
he's
touch
gonna
that.
spray
Say,
you,
TJ?
dude.
Don't fucking touch
Take it
that
back,
damn
TJ.
shit. I'm sorry.
All right.
Jesus.
So you don't have to have. All it says is you can't shave with a razor. So most Jews get around the prohibition on shaving by just keeping a nice, closely trimmed, stubbly thing going on, if they observe it at all. A lot of Jews don't. Because for centuries it was generally too difficult to achieve a close shave with a razor, observant Jewish men tended to be bearded.
What's wrong with you, Howard?
Howard, what have you done?
Grow your
Wanna
beard
know
like
why?
this proper Jew.
Ask Howard.
Grow a beard, Howard,
The
like this man.
patriarchs of the tribes of Israel grew beards embellished by a hanging earlock or peyot.
Cool.
The peyot is still worn today by some Orthodox Jews.
Is this a payot?
Kinda, yeah. That's the curly side lock
Okay.
that comes from basically it's part of your hair and it's part your sideburn, basically.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
That's a traditional thing in the Jewish. Yeah, it is not a very aesthetically pleasing thing.
Yeah,
even
it
most
kind of
people
makes
that
you
grow a
look like
beard cut
it
that
kind
off.
of it kind of like makes the beard look less
Yeah.
beardy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird way to say it.
Yeah,
But
I've had a pretty fucking bushy beard. Maybe not as long as Paul's, but yeah, I've always got that shit
Paul,
off.
this beard on its own, without these little twirly whirlies, kind of reminds me of your beard.
But the history of beards, gentlemen, is about to take a dark turn because the
Dun
Romans
dun dun. They
came
didn't like
along.
it. They didn't like it.
And all of a sudden, this is what everyone wanted to look like because the emperors and the Praetorians all wore their beards very short or none at all. And so the history of beards took a dark turn during the Roman Empire
Man,
for a long
fucking
time.
Stupid.
I mean, Rome had a lot of
pussies.
things right. This is something they had totally wrong.
As the Roman Empire grew and expanded its boundaries, the popularity of beards waned, and most Romans became clean-shaven, following the practices of their emperors.
Fucking.
What a shame.
ugh.
Since the Roman influence extended to most of the known world, its effects on style and beard growth were also extended around the world. Ironically, this trend was reversed in later Roman times when Emperor Hadrian intentionally grew out a full beard to hide his facial scars.
Also, the guy who built the wall.
Yeah. As a sign
Build
of
the
allegiance
wall.
and respect, many Roman citizens followed suit and grew out their beards to full length as well, which practice then made the rounds throughout the Roman sphere of influence. So at one point, one of the emperors bucked the trend because he had some scars from a battle on his face, and he grew out a big beard, and everybody was like, hey, it's cool again. Beards, yes! But the Roman Empire was the first time we really know of that beards were attacked, as like... We don't want those around here. You know, you're not trustworthy if you've got a beard.
Well, they associate with barbarians.
Exactly. During the Middle Ages, though, it again became commonplace for the upper classes to grow
The
beards.
fucking beard made a comeback.
In a big
Thanks
way.
to Jesus.
Knights especially. So once again, the warrior classes cultivated their facial hair as a sign of masculinity and honor. By the time of the Renaissance, however, the wind of change had blown in opposition to the growing of beards, and
God
most
damn
men
it.
again became clean-shaven.
People got schizophrenic on this beard shit.
Yep.
What is this?
We're getting to it. In the time of Henry VIII, the history of beards took on an economic twist when beards were declared to be a taxable offense. Although Henry himself sported a full beard. We'll get to that. This is not from that. This is from Russia, but
okay, sorry.
It's related.
I'll just keep on this thing.
It's related, so you can keep it up if you
Oh,
want.
I can. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. So I don't know exactly how this came about, and it's really been kind of scrubbed from the law books in England, so you can't find it in the history of their laws anymore, but they know it existed because there were documents for it. There was a beard tax. So Henry VIII decided he was basically the only dude in England that could wear a beard for free, I guess. And if you wanted to wear a beard in England, you had to pay a tax.
You must pay the crown.
It was a tax that was continued under Queen Elizabeth. She had a strong dislike of beards, I guess. And she made it a point to continue the beard tax.
It was like, my daddy didn't like beards, and I don't like
personal
beards.
distaste.
What a cunt.
Yeah.
What a dumb, stupid, useless
Why monarchies kind of suck, dude.
Yeah. In 1698, Emperor Peter the First of Russia instituted a beard tax to bring Russian society in line with Western European
Right, I've heard
models.
about that.
So he actually kind of like looked at Western Europe and their monarchies, and he was like, "Man, that's the way we should do it." So I want to be more like them. So hey, beard tax time.
It was actually part of a bunch of sweeping sort of taxes and stuff. It was basically to penalize Russians for living a distinctly Russian sort of life because he wanted them to be more in line with other.
Well, then become more cosmopolitan,
yeah.
in line with the rest of Europe.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because the fact that Russians were ruled by the Mongols for so long, they didn't have the same kind of trajectory and development as the rest of Western Europe.
The European tax was kind of a joke tax. It was very, very lightly enforced. Peter went the other way with it. To enforce the ban on beards, Peter empowered police to forcibly and publicly shave those who refused to pay the tax. Resistance to going clean-shaven was widespread, with many believing that it was a religious requirement for a man to wear a beard. The tax levied depended upon the status of the bearded man. Those associated with the imperial court, military, or government were charged 60 rubles annually. Wealthy merchants were charged 100 rubles per year, while other merchants and townsfolk were charged 60 rubles per year, the same price as the court and military, I guess. Muscovites were charged 30 rubles per year. I guess those were religious dissenters. And peasants were charged 2.5 kopecks every time they entered a city with a beard. Those who paid the tax were required to carry this on them. This is a beard token.
This is basically your license for having
Yep.
a beard.
On one side, it had an eagle, a Russian eagle, and on the reverse, the mustache and goatee, the nose, mouth, whiskers of a beard. So if you didn't have this coin, you had to pay a tax to get into fucking town.
Well, they fucking shaved your ass.
Yep. Or they'd shave you in the street.
Fuck, dude.
Brutal.
And the beard kind of remained static until the 19th and 20th centuries. You know, the beard came in and out of favor, and then some very, very strong beards kind of reasserted it again. This is probably one of the most famous beards of the 19th century.
Yeah, it's a shame. After one of our best presidents, considered the best president by some people, rocked a beard. It's been so long since we had a president with a fucking beard, dude.
I know,
Yep.
it's so sad.
So
I think Hillary should grow a beard. Maybe I'd vote for Hillary if she grew a beard.
the mass media, people getting pictures easier, drove the growth of beards once again, as a lot of powerful men started sporting beards at this time. Abe Lincoln was not the only one to have a beard during this era. There were a lot of really resplendent
I mean, if you look at
beards.
Civil War generals and soldiers and like shit, I mean,
yeah, you can see
it's
it.
all over the place. Like, it was very popular to have various. I mean, like, it seemed like too, like, there was not only was there beards, but it wasn't just like here's the style. It was like people were really like expressing themselves
It
with
was
their
an
beards.
individualistic thing.
Yeah, it was
You know,
like
one guy would have just a bushy and unkempt beard, and one guy would have a very carefully crafted
Yeah, like I have
mustache.
giant mutton chops. I have this weird twisty mustache.
Right.
I have.
You know when you were talking
It was
about the
like
beard
how
tax?
people. It was like how dudes were expressing themselves.
That just
around
reminded me
that
of the high school I went to actually did not allow facial hair except for
Right.
handlebar mustache. So
Yeah.
like I remember one time like I went to, it was like math class, and my math teacher was a total bitch. She's like, "You need to go and shave," and I'm like, "What?" So and I actually had to go, and I had to pay the school $1.75 for a can of shaving cream and a shitty fucking like Bic razor. It was like didn't cost anywhere near that, and they forced me to fucking shave.
That sucks.
It's almost like it's almost like the same thing, but not even the option of paying the tax. Like pay the school $20, and you can have a beard.
Yeah, your school should have just implemented a beard fee.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Could have made all
you know why you
kinds
could
of
have a
money.
beard because it was disruptive to school.
Yeah, dude.
Somehow you having
Because
facial
how
hair
are
is
you even supposed to
disruptive.
focus on anything if there's a beard around? You
I know. I guess you can.
People would just be enraptured with your beard. Like, I can't study. Look at Scotty's beard. It's crazy.
But the beards, especially in the 19th century, seemed to radiate down from the positions of power. There were a lot of powerful men sporting beards during this era. Frederick III of Germany, for example, will be our next picture here.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just a
that.
full, resplendent example of a beard.
That's
there.
a good-looking beard.
Napoleon III of France also sported a hefty set of facial hair that was very iconic in the region.
Cool.
Very French, too.
I kind of had this going on or something pretty
you-
close
you
to this
were-
for a while.
You were rocking the Napoleon III.
I guess I was.
My good buddy and pal and yours, Karl Marx, of course.
Hell yeah.
One of the most crazy, bushy, insane beards that you'll see. And you know, all these powerful thinkers and politicians, their followers flocked to try and look like them. So there were a lot of imitators of these beards. This is Giuseppe Verdi. He was an opera composer.
Yeah, and he
was
brought
very popular.
He resurrected the dinosaur too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Spared no expense. At the beginning of the 20th century, though, the wearing a beard slowly declined as a personal practice, partly in response to events that dominated the world at that time. Now, do you guys know what that event might be? This was interesting to me. I did not know about this, but learning it was a kind of an epiphany about beards.
Let me just read the document so I can guess.
Oh, quit being a bitch.
all right.
It was World War I.
Right.
And
I was going to say that, but I didn't know what time frame you were
Yep,
going for.
and the reason for that was because you had to have a clean-shaven face to get a good fit for a gas mask.
Oh,
And so it was
shit.
at that point that it became standard in our military that you had to be clean-shaven, and that radiated throughout the populace because,
Right.
of course, soldiers have always been perceived as
Tough,
and the
masculine
best of us,
archetypes of masculinity. And,
so
yeah.
that radiates down through the culture, and that's what happened after World War I, and the beard took another,
took
sharp
another
dip.
hit. Took another hit.
But the
when
beard,
the
you
war
can't keep the
ended,
beard down.
The clean-shaven practice did not, and soldiers carried home with them beardless faces, which stayed that way until after World War II. And that it never really ended in the culture too. Now you have to keep a very close-shaven beard in the military. You don't see any wacky, crazy Civil War beards in the military anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
There are standards for beards, and I guess certain soldiers can't have them at all. Anybody that might have to wear a gas mask, I'm sure you have to have your face.
Well,
shaven.
that's gay.
Only a decade after the Second World War, the beatnik generation appeared, and their adoption of beards as a sign of hipness was continued by the hippie movement of the 1960s and early 1970s. And really, the biggest driving force in the hippies being bearded was the Beatles. The Beatles, when they came out, were clean-shaven and fresh-faced, as everybody was. But eventually, as they gained in popularity and became this global force, this is what they looked like. Paul, of course, the best Beatle, the only one here not yet sporting a beard. And this just radiated through the culture. I mean, when the Beatles got big, bushy beards, every hippie in the world got big, bushy beards. And it became a super cultural sight to see men walking around with super long hair and beards once again.
It's just cool to me how many different things beards have signified to how many different cultures.
Well,
and
it's
shit.
like the big cultural
Like it can be
influencers.
like I'm tough, or it could be like I'm actually going against the people who are trying to be tough, or it could be this is for spiritual purposes, or
Yep.
Well, it's the people that had influence. So
This is to signify my wealth. Who knows? It's all
like,
over the map.
Like an example of the '60s, like you said, they came out and it was kind of like, yeah, the Beatles are more clean cut, wearing suits, and then it devolves into. I mean, that devolves, but it changes into this, and it's like people are gonna look at that and say, like a big thing with the hippie movement. I know was like it's like how long you were in tune with like the scene of being a hippie, like how long your hair was and how much you'd grown your beard out. It was kind of like how hip you were and how long you'd been on to
and
this.
all through the 60s and 70s it remained that way. A lot of the I didn't pull a lot of pictures from this time, but maybe I should have, of cultural icons from the 60s and 70s. It was very, very popular to have a beard. My dad kept a beard in the 70s. Pretty much everybody he took pictures with back then, all his brothers had beards. And then in the 80s, the beard started to come under attack again. There were still some beards hanging around here and there, but for the most part, the popularity of facial hair took another dip in the 80s and the 90s. And only in the 2000s have we started to see
Bringing
renewed
it back, dude.
interest in beards. And so it looks like culturally it's coming full circle again. We've got a lot of modern day
Society is pretty damn
beards.
schizophrenic on the topic of beards. Man.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit, though, about the psychology of beards, because I think a lot of people assume that men grow beards as a mating tool. But really, when they poll women about beards, what they find is a lot of different answers. Some women prefer a clean-shaven man. Some women like stubble. Some women like a clean-cut beard. Some women like a big old bushy beard.
So it's a large gradient of answers.
Right,
It's not
so
like,
that really doesn't mean that, from an evolutionary standpoint, that it would root ourselves to grow a beard. So this article, if you want to read a little bit
Some
of it, TJ,
evolutionary
is about
psychology.
that. Yeah.
What is the point of a beard, evolutionarily speaking? Children, women, and a whole bunch of men manage just fine without one. But take a walk down some streets these days, and you'll be confronted with all sizes and shapes of groomed and less groomed facial hair, from designer stubble to waxed mustaches and hipster beards. When we see men paying attention to their appearance, it's easy to assume they're angling for partners, but our research on beards and voices shows that beards probably evolved at least partly to help men boost their standing among other men. Compared to males and females of many other primates, men and women on average look very different from each other, partly thanks to men's facial hair. And when we see differences between males and females, the explanation often boils down to evolution through sexual selection, the process that favors traits that boost mating opportunities. But interestingly, women don't seem that interested in beards. While some studies have found that women like a bit or even a lot of facial hair on men, other studies have reported that they prefer the clean-shaven look. The lack of consistent evidence means we can't conclude that beards evolved because women were attracted to them. Researchers have therefore suggested that a second type of sexual selection may hold the answer. To reproduce, it is often not enough to simply be attractive. You also have to compete with the same sex for mating opportunities. The funny, shy guy at the back of the bar isn't going to stand a chance when competing with his bullshier brothers otherwise. And there's evidence that beards evolved to help men do just that. A man's ability to grow a fulsome beard isn't actually neatly linked to his testosterone level. Despite this, a number of studies have suggested that both men and women perceive men with beards as older, stronger, and more aggressive than others. And dominant men can get more mating opportunities by intimidating rivals to stand down.
So this is not necessarily like what the birds, that like a peacock thing where they're trying to get a female to look at it. This is more of a get back off of my pussy, bitch. I got a bigger beard than you.
My beard's bigger. I'm tougher.
I'm stronger. My beard bigger. That pussy mine.
Pussy mine, bitch.
Get your tiny little stubbly beard out of here, motherfucker.
Look at my beard.
The smooth face goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
God, excuse me. I didn't mean to try and get into your
she's
pussy.
yours? Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Oh, gee whiz.
I gotta go. This guy's got a big old beard, and I'm scared.
Take your pussy out. But I guess that is, like, for me, I like the way I look with a beard, probably because it does make me look a little manlier and meaner. I kind of look like a fucking old lesbian woman or something without a beard.
Yeah.
When I'm super clean shaven, like I take off the sideburns and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a good look. And I don't think I look super intimidating with a beard. I've given up on that. But it definitely, it edges me up a little.
You're a scary guy.
Mans
Paul.
me up a little.
I mean,
you know?
there's a reason for the white guilt Paul meme.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it clearly exists for a reason.
Hideous.
I mean, I don't think you'd have to have a beard as big as that, but even having some fish hair versus none.
Oh yeah, having a close, yeah.
I think it just like honestly make it like.
What about you, TJ?
more
What's the
perception.
psychology of your beard as you perceive it? Because you change your facial hair.
I don't
a
know.
lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty schizophrenic about my facial hair. So, but honestly, like the reason,
Dude, I think yours, if I had to guess, probably. I mean, I'm not sure you have your actual answer. Is probably that you just you're not very good at grooming yourself.
it might be some of it.
Oh, how many times have you come in here? No bullshit, dude. And you
Put
come
us
in here
up
and
on
be
the
like,
camera,
Scotty,
Yeah,
Scotty, dude, I fucking fucked up. I had to shave all my fish hair off.
right.
I've heard you say that a million
Oh yeah, I
times.
mean, I've definitely shaved beards because I've attempted to trim them and it just looked bad. And it was like, fuck it, reset. So, but I'll go clean shaven every now and then because I start to miss, like, man, I want to see what my actual face is again.
Do you feel regret as soon as you do that, or nah?
Usually
that-
it takes a little while for regret to set in.
See, like I haven't shaved in it's been a long time. This
But
is
honestly,
5 years or
the
so.
reason I've over the last 3 years at least, reason I've kept the beard for the most part. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like my chin is not super strong looking, so I guess part of it's to kind of have a stronger looking jawline. But
Yeah.
a lot of it too is just like Chelsea prefers that I have some kind of beard going on because she is attracted to it. So
Yeah, Ashley loves my beard too.
Yeah,
has,
so-
I guess she didn't even really like beards before she got with me, but now she does not want my beard.
saw
gone.
the Paul beard.
Whenever I go through that period where I'm just like, fuck this beard, I'm getting rid of it, shaving it, fuck it. She's always the one that's
No.
like, please don't.
don't do it. No,
I don't want to see
dear
it.
God, no.
Dude, I've just always, personally, I've just never liked being clean shaven. Like, the minute I had a beard, I was like, I want a fucking beard. I looked at myself in the mirror, I'm like, no, dude. I'm not a clean shaven kind of guy. Like, I look way better with a beard. Fuck that shit.
Beard.
Give me a fuck. I never had like a big bushy beard, but I want some facial
Yeah,
hair.
you need it to hide how hideous you
Oh,
are.
well,
You
yeah.
know,
I mean, that obviously
so
helps.
fucking ugly. You know, the
It
more
helps.
the more you can do to obstruct it.
I
the
mean, hey,
better.
why not, dude? You know
know.
what I'm saying?
So we've all got various shades of a beard in here.
Yeah.
But are you fellas ready to be cucked? You ready to be? Are you ready to see?
Are we about to
beards
see some fucking
shit.
that put our
top
beards
tier beards?
to absolute fucking
Yeah,
shame?
just get it over with, dude.
This is the world's
Only for that
longest
ego death
beard.
right
Now,
now.
this is like the longest and biggest beard that's ever been recorded in the history of mankind.
That's fucking impressive, dude.
Whoa.
Go ahead and bring him up here.
You
Inform
want me
the
to just bring up the
people.
picture of him, or you want the article too?
I'll bring up the article. You can just bring up the picture if you want.
Let's take a look at this guy. I'm gonna bring him up. This is one resplendent son of a. I'm gonna zoom in on him so that when I show this guy, I can just like zoom down to his beard.
Dude, without further ado.
You got to see this shit to believe it.
Dun, dun.
All right, so
fuck.
you guys
man,
ready
the
for this?
cuckening begins.
All right.
Oh, look at that beard. I mean, a pretty nice beard, but
Dun.
Yep.
look.
Dun, dun.
Dun.
And it keeps going.
Dunt,
And going.
dunt, dunt, dunt.
What the fuck, dude?
You see it thrown over his shoulder there?
Yeah, he had to throw it over his shoulder.
This is Hans Langseth. He died in North Dakota in 1927. He left his surviving children with a final wish. After his open casket funeral, he wanted to have his beard cut off and stored for posterity.
Awesome.
His son acquiesced, lopping off his father's beard before the casket was buried. The beard sat tucked away in a box in an attic for decades before Langseth's son, Russell, donated the beard to the Smithsonian. And where it sits to this day, they still have this beard.
Yeah, you can see pictures of it up here.
Dude, preserve for posterity.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Here it is. Here's being held. Look, he just goes on. It's like two guys to hold it. It's still going.
Yep. So he was born in Norway in 1846, but immigrated to the United States as a young man, settling with his wife in Kensett, Iowa. According to physical and forensic anthropologist Dr. David Hunt, Langseth began growing his prodigious bristles when he was just 19 years old to compete in a local beard growing competition. After the competition ended, he decided to just keep doing it.
Did he win?
Yes, he won.
Okay.
Though beard hair can only grow about 4 or 5 feet before dying off, Langseth matted the dead hair together in a coil like that of today's dreadlocks. So when it got like down where you see where it's around his balls, that's about the length of a human beard. That's about the length that your beard can get under normal human conditions.
Right.
But instead of allowing his beard to fall off and break at that point, he started to mat it together with other parts of the beard to keep it there. and thus had basically a super long beard lock.
Wow.
at
It
the
would be a
bottom of his
bitch to have
beard.
that too, because you have to have a bag or a backpack or something to carry your beard.
Yeah, but you
around
know
in,
what?
dude.
Like, no matter what you do in life, everyone's gonna fucking know. You're gonna be famous just automatically.
I know where you go. It's gonna be like, there's a dude with the really long beard.
It's kind of interesting that he saved his beard from an anthropological anthropological point.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I hate that word. Because they're able to look at it, and it's kind of a timeline of his life. You can see that
That's
the beard
cool.
is lighter when he was a younger man, which is what happens with your beard. It gets
Right.
darker as he's older, and because he started at 19. There are artifacts from his life all throughout this beard.
Yeah.
So like grains of wheat from when he worked as a wheat husker and shit. They found little flecks of wheat in that part of his beard from that part of his life. So it acts as kind of a weird timeline
It's
of where
like, yeah,
he
it's
was.
like a tree's rings.
Damn,
dude.
dude, that's really fucking cool.
Yep. So let's see. Langseth's beard was officially dubbed the longest beard in the country in 1922 in a celebration meant to spur economic growth in Sacramento, California.
That's
Dude,
weird.
can you imagine that? Like, you're sitting in this country and you're just like, you know what? Like, just today, if like you were awarded that, like, I have the longest fucking beard of all. Like, there's like 320 million people here, and I'm number one at something. I mean, back then obviously there wasn't that many, but like 80 million people.
Whatever it was.
So at the time of measurement, Langseth's beard was measured 17 feet long. The second place beard, grown by Zach Wilcox from Carson City, Nevada, measured a mere 12 feet.
Pussy.
Not even
Pish
the
posh.
conversation.
Pish posh.
A scant 12-footer.
Oh, 12 feet.
Nothing.
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 Basically nothing.
Might as well be
But
clean
I tell you,
shaven.
that he's gone, and there still is a biggest, baddest beard in town. And let me tell you, it looks a lot different from this one, and it's got a way different personality, I imagine, behind it. If you want to grab his picture, TJ, and I'll open his. Here he is.
Here he is.
This is the current biggest, baddest
The
beard.
king of the beard.
The reigning
the block.
champion.
God damn it! I opened the wrong fucking thing. on
You
my phone.
stupid son bitch. Yeah, this guy has a very different look to him.
Yes. Let's see. The longest.
It definitely gets way wispier the longer it
It
goes,
does,
too.
and that there are some people that say that maybe he's doing some kind of weave down there. This is a hotly contested beard, but it
Yeah, I
has
don't
been
know.
tested by Guinness.
It's
and
not
they
as
have-
thick, though. It's not as
They've
thick.
confirmed it genuine. There's actually a video on the page you might want to pull up, TJ, where we get a quick look at the actual length of this beard. That's
All right, so let's take a look.
better.
All right, well, now listen, besides crazy or
Some,
death
Who
Who
defying
wants
Justin
to be
Kelly.
a millionaire?
Listen, this beard is crazy. So here he is. There's the unveiling, and he'll kind of show you. And they give a full scroll down here that you'll want to watch. So look at it.
All right, let's go.
So there he
full
goes,
screen
and
this.
there's his feet. Oh shit! But there it goes, and it's still
Still going.
That's pretty impressive right there. They couldn't even get his whole beard and him in the shot together. It was initially measured on the set of Low Show Day,
Lo show day.
recorded in Rome, Italy on March 4th, 2010, where it then measured 7 feet 9 inches long. The record was first part of the Italian TV show Lo Show Day Record, and when remeasured in September 2011 for a US-based TV show, in this case Regis and Kelly, it was shown to have grown much longer. So
Yeah.
it's now 8 feet, 2.5 inches long.
That wasn't even-
and apparently growing.
That would have only been like third place or less in 1922.
Yep.
People are slacking these days.
He says without his beard, he's not him. He says, without my beard, I'm not me. I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. Well, I wouldn't want him to do that.
Yeah. Let
I
him.
can't
Let your.
step to his beard. Sarwan Singh, you gotta fucking. I'm not gonna step to your beard, homie. That's
You
your
are
pussy.
defeated.
I mean, you can't, dude.
That's your pussy, dog. That's your pussy. I'm backing out.
Back
I'm
down,
backing out.
Paul. Back
I'm
down.
Backing out. Sarwan. That's your pussy, Sarwan.
So if
Sarwan.
If Saw one just shows up at your house, Paul, you're just gonna leave, dude?
I'm backing out, Sarwan.
Sawan of
All right.
beard
You gonna step
cod.
to Sarwan Singh?
No, I'm leaving, dude.
You gonna step to that big ass? He'll whip that
I'm-
beard around your neck and strangle you with that motherfucker.
No, I'm rolling out,
Whip
dude.
my hair back and
He
forth.
shows up at my house, I'm gone, dude. I'm
Then
bouncing.
he'll do like a fucking Bollywood dance as he's strangling you to death. I don't want Sarwan. I
shit.
don't want no piece of this man. That beard is too good.
Too good to even be true.
There's the last thing I pulled is just some pictures of some crazy facial hair designs.
Yeah, why not?
that
Are
people
you
are getting
interested
into.
to be involved in our Pouted magazine exclusive list?
Pouted?
No, I'm
No.
not.
No thanks.
All right,
Sorry.
later, dude.
So just
Whoa.
some crazy
Whoa,
shit
dude.
that dudes have done with their beards here.
Damn, it's like a fucking Dali painting.
Yeah,
That
pretty
is
nuts.
fucking
I mean, you
cool.
got to imagine that takes forever.
That looks like. I mean, I just trying to control that little mustache I had. I can't even imagine the insane amount of fucking product you got to put in something
Oh,
like
a
this.
ton.
Yeah. Oh wow,
Cool.
That's pretty dope too.
It's like a fucking tentacle fucking
Yeah,
dude right
looks
there.
like Cthulhu rising from the deep.
Yeah.
It's another.
Damn, look at this dude. He's got like tiered levels
Yeah.
of fucking.
He's got like 3 different mustaches going on.
Yeah, there's like mustaches pasted on top of each other.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What the fuck, dude? Look at that. It's like that is
Dude,
like
just-
that's like a golden ratio thing right there, dude.
Yeah, man. That is mathematical and shit.
Yeah, it's like Superman 64 hoops you got to fly through and shit. Yeah, dude.
Wow. That's cool.
Oh,
That's like cotton.
I'll
Looks
go down
like
to the next
smoke
one, dude.
or
That's a
something.
fucking that's a
Whoa.
gentleman right there. That is a
What?
dapper gentleman.
God damn.
Good day,
son.
sir.
That
Hello,
doesn't
good
even
morrow
look
to you.
possible.
Best of luck.
Well then,
This dude's just like, I'm just gonna go with like the ultimate fucking crazy mutton
sideburn,
chop,
yeah, sideburn
looking
circles,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, he's got ringlets.
Oh damn,
Damn. Now that's pretty fucking epic.
dude! If you turn this motherfucker upside down, that's basically Rick from Rick and Morty's hair.
Yeah.
He has a Rick on his fucking face, dude.
Damn.
That's intricate. Look at this one.
Oh
This dude like
shit.
braided that shit.
Yeah, he braided it like a dream catcher or something.
Kind of like a Celt, dude.
a fucking celt.
Yeah, like a celt.
This goddamn piece of shit. That's not as good.
No,
What?
no, no. It's like you're
I mean,
playing
it matches
tic
the
tac.
sweater, I guess.
It looks like you got burned by a waffle iron, dude.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
Whoa.
Hell yeah, that's the
dude.
fucking
Jiminy
octopus
Christmas.
right there, dude.
Wow.
Looks like Davy Jones from the fucking Pirates movies.
It's fucking insane.
Damn.
Damn.
That dude looks like you could put an eye out if he turned the wrong way too fast. you
Dude, it
know?
looks like a fucking. If you just take him out of it and just leave the beard, it looks like some kind of crazy demon crab or
yeah,
something.
like a sea urchin or some
Crab people.
shit. Speaking,
This is he made it intentionally look like a
dude.
spider, dude.
Yeah, he got a
fucking
spider
Spider-Man.
beard, bro.
Spider beard, looking strange and looking weird.
Whoa. Now that's interesting. That's an interesting.
See, he didn't go as intricate as some of the other people, but he just, he knew what he want.
He was like, I'm just gonna take my mustache and take all the hair that I can conceivably make look like a mustache
I
and
am
have the biggest, burliest mustache
The
ever.
walrus.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Whoa.
Dude.
Wow.
Can
Mad
you imagine
professor.
this dude in gay porn with a dick through each one of those ringlets, dude?
Yeah, and not only that, but
Fuck my ringlets.
I just love his overall aesthetic too.
Fucking ringlets are so tight, old man. Fuck yeah.
This guy's got something
Oh, this
going
He
is
on.
a
looks
wizard.
like a mischievous little butt pincher or something.
Yeah, dude, he does. He looks like he sexually harasses
Excuse
people.
me, I pinched your rump.
This is actually a photo of Gimlick from D&D.
That might be him, yes.
This dude, like, made, like-
a diorama.
Yeah, there's like a fucking. This is like a scene.
There's like a house and a tree
and
and a dude
some
riding
kinda
a horse.
animal
Barn
and
and
shit.
shit. Damn, dude. Looks like a fucking enclosure.
Yeah, this guy created a scene in his beard.
Well done, sir. Wow,
Yeah.
he
I
does
can't even
different ones,
compete.
I guess. Oh,
Oh,
look,
here's
it's
another
London
one.
Bridge.
Dude, it's fucking what the fuck, dude?
he made
London
his
Bridge is
beard
falling
into London
down.
Bridge.
That is fucking cool.
What is it
That's
here?
a steaming cup of coffee.
Oh, okay.
see it over there?
Yeah, okay.
It's a windmill,
A
dude.
windmill, dude.
This motherfucker right here is just showing off now.
This guy's a
Come
fucking
on, man.
genius.
He's just showing off now. God damn you,
Rubbing it in our
sir.
fucking faces. Like, look, you guys will never have. You'll
Wow.
never have this beard.
I will never have a beard this resplendent.
How come there's no pictures in your beard, Paul?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It doesn't do anything.
You talked a lot of shit, Paul, but I don't see a fucking windmill going on. I don't see
Yeah.
a fucking octopus. I don't see a Spider-Man.
Whatever. I do what I do. I'm an individual, okay? I don't want a windmill. If I wanted a windmill, I'd have one, okay?
I don't think you can have
I like
a
the
windmill.
burliness. I'm
You don't have
going for that
a you don't have a
Mufasa
windmill game with your beard, Paul.
It's not even a win. Paul's beard is a fucking joke. No windmill or nothing, dude.
My beard's a joke, you Amish fag. Fuck you.
This is a man's beard, Paul.
It's like ladies' beard.
This is a man's
Where's your sparrow beard,
beard.
TJ? You know what? Fuck you, TJ. You talked all this shit. I fully admit I can't have a fucking. Oh, look at that weak ass beard, dude.
This beard is beautiful.
The beard ain't shit. You know what I think about that beard?
Why you? They can't even see that. Stop. God damn it! Fucking
Spritz that
I'm gonna
beard.
shove that up your fucking ass. God damn it.
Dude, he found that earlier, and Scotty was like, dude, it was such a fucking mistake for TJ to leave this right by my fucking desk, dude. I was like, oh,
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
This
You
is
were
a
here
real,
before we were here. and
This
it
is
was
a
there.
real man's beard.
TJ, that's a
Paul's
bitch
beard
made
is
beard.
fucking
dude.
dog shit.
You know why Paul beats you? I'll tell you exactly why. Where the fuck is your mustache?
Hey, where's your stash at?
Where's
dude?
You know
the
what?
dude?
I got rid of the stash because it was just distracting from the glory of the beard.
I mean, I'm not saying you got a bad beard. but I'm
My
saying
eyes
that-
have seen the
bitch
glory
made
of
beard.
the coming of the beard. Look at it.
Look at Paul's beard now.
Yeah,
Look,
look at my
I'm,
beard.
I'm not even.
What
I'm-
beard?
I don't have a fucking dog in this fucking fight, really. I don't got a fucking good beard. I ain't gonna win.
I don't see a beard.
I don't even think Paul has a beard.
Dude, I got more beard than you've got.
Paul, how long's your beard? About,
Dude,
about a foot?
I've got the amount of hair that makes up your entire beard on my upper lip, TJ. On my upper lip.
Oh, dude, you're gonna take
your
that?
entire beard exists.
You know what? Let's do a poll. Who's got a better beard, TJ or Paul? Let's go to Patreon. TJ,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead
ahead
and do
and
it.
get that picture of white guilt Paul pulled
What
up,
are
you
you talking
piece
about?
of shit.
I'm just
TJ.
going to your cam, dude. See it right there.
Yeah, there's my cam.
How about a
There
poll,
it is.
TJ?
Boom.
How
There
about
you
a
go.
poll, TJ?
Look at it.
God damn you, TJ. I fucking hate you.
I just did I zoomed in
Well,
on you.
at this point-
so people can see your beard
At this
close
point
up.
in the Paul timeline, you win. I'll give you
You're a
that.
piece of shit, TJ.
What? This is a close up of Paul now.
This was a dark time in my life, TJ. For you to drag this out now shows how
I demand a
low
goddamn
you
poll,
have to
TJ.
go to try and win a.
All right, I'll go skip
We're
Make
not
battle.
even live, bitch.
I don't give a shit, dude.
You go ahead and create your own fucking
I'm
poll.
gonna do it right now, bitch, because you're obviously afraid.
I'm not afraid of shit. There's
go
no
make
reason
it.
even creating a poll.
Why don't you do this?
It's like,
If your
is the
beard's
sky
better than
blue?
mine,
Yes or
TJ,
no? Who
why don't
has
you
a
do
better
this?
beard,
Why don't you grab
TJ?
two
If you're
handfuls of
fucking
beard?
TJ, if you're not afraid, then
Grab
go ahead and
two-
do it.
Two full fistfuls of beard, TJ. Not just like in between your hands. Look at it. Look at it there, TJ. I got beard. There's nothing but beard in that hand, TJ. You got nothing. You got a little
Everywhere.
finger. You got a little finger full. Look at this beard, TJ. Look at this. Look at this. This
Nothing.
is hot off a trim too.
That's nothing.
Look at this beard. Boom.
That beard's
I'm like-
garbage.
I'm like a year away.
And you know what? I
from
grew
using
this.
as a
I was
legit
clean
beard.
shaven this morning. This is just a day's growth right here. That's all this is.
A day's growth.
Day's
Fuck
growth.
out of here.
You've been growing that thing for what? 20 years?
Fuck out of here, TJ. You
It's
don't even have a
barely
mustache.
stubble. This is beautiful. You can't compare with this beauty, Paul.
It's a non-committal neck beard.
This
TJ.
is a man's beard.
a
Paul.
non-committal neck beard.
This is a fucking man's
Most of the men
beard.
in history, like if you walked in, oh dude, if you went into a Celtic village, TJ,
Celtic.
yeah, that's what I said, a Celtic village. When you went into a Celtic village, TJ, with that beard, you'd be asked, number one, where's your fucking mustache, laddie? And number two, what are you that you deserve to have a beard on your face? Come here, laddie, and let me take that off for you. You wouldn't even get to keep it. I'd stroll up in there, and he'd say, lo, who's this bearded man that come before me? And I'm going to say, Paul of the Beard Clan, who is this whimpering dog that asks who stands before me?
You know,
And he's
I
gonna
can
go,
see.
"Whoa,
I can see why you like. I can see why you like Edward
would you like
Scissorhands,
to
Paul.
come fuck me wife? I'd be like, no.
I can
your
see
wife
why you
is a
like Edward
sow."
Scissorhands, Paul, because your life is a fucking fairy tale at this point.
You don't even know how to handle your beard. You don't know how
You're
to
living in
deal
a
with your
fucking
beard.
fantasy, Paul. You're living in a fucking fantasy. If
All
I
right,
walked in
TJ,
that
I'll tell you
bar,
what.
they'd crown me king of the fucking
Poll
town.
is live.
Yeah, the
TJ.
king of the town.
I'd be William fucking Wallace, bitch.
Yeah, you're
I'm at
headed
the
beyond
poll,
a
TJ.
pike.
What poll?
It's out there now, dude.
Who cares? No one even saw this episode. They don't even
They're
have a
gonna see
basis
it.
of fucking
They're gonna see
comparison.
it. And TJ, they both know it. Look, our patrons know what you guys' beards look like in general.
No, they don't. They're stupid. They don't know shit.
They'll get to watch this episode.
They don't know shit,
They'll
Scotty.
get a good look at what a real beard looks
Oh, you
like.
saw how scared he was, Paul. He wouldn't even make the poll.
You know what? Episode's over. Fuck you guys. I don't have to put up with this nonsense.
This episode is over.
I don't have to put up with this fucking
My
shit.
beard isn't as good as Paul's.
Let's end on a positive note.